There's a lot of fatigue with doctors at the moment. We aren't allowed to see anybody, so you're not gagging, you're not doing it right. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Dawn and I'm a doctor. Today I'm hoping to enlighten you about what it's been like being a doctor in hospital over the pandemic. If you enjoy the video, and please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. Today is a Monday. I start my day off at about 6:30 and I have to wake up very early because today is a surgical shift. They start at 8 AM. And I'm not going to lie, I was not keen for this, as you can see by my face here. And I'd usually walk the dogs before I start work, but today they're not with me. They're with my mum for Christmas. I cycle into work every day, which takes about 10 to 15 minutes. And I make sure I wrap up really warm because it's about 2 degrees outside. I put on all of my reflective gear and zip myself up warm and go and get my bike out of the garage. My bike helmet has been likened to this raspberry on a finger. So I just want you to comment down below if you think that I look like the raspberry on a finger. Today I've got to go and drop off a package that I sold on eBay. So I take it to the drop-off point at the station down the road, which opens like magic. Oh, magic! Wow! Woo! I finished the commute in the dark up past the mental health hospital, and I make my way up to the mess where I have breakfast courtesy of the mess. However, I do pay £15 a month for it. Time to go get changed.
Hello, this is our luxurious office and our view.
Yeah, let's have a look at the view. It's a really good view. I mean, I don't know what they're doing down there. So Dan likes doctors' offices.
I do, yeah.
Because you don't get disturbed.
Yeah, you don't get disturbed as much on the wards, which is lovely.
I just realised that I'm just filming you
Yeah.
and I haven't actually asked.
No, it's an honour.
So we're post ward round. Ward round finished at about 10 maybe. It started at 8 and now we're just doing ward jobs. So I'm just looking at x-rays and bloods and checking all the jobs are done. So we're basically the sort of coordinators of patient care throughout the day and making sure everything gets done. So I basically have to look at these x-rays and check there's no what's called a pneumothorax, and that one's one from a while ago, but as you can see, got some rib fractures there. Now these scans might look like a load of black and white blobs, and that's because they are, but this is somebody's tummy, and this was one of my patients for this day, which is why I wanted to show you it. It's quite interesting because in the middle, and I'll highlight it, you can see 2 little objects that shouldn't be there. Now these 2 objects are 2 pencils, and this patient put these into their abdominal wall. And what's interesting on this CT scan of the same patient is you can see that the pencil has come so close to their iliac artery that any further to the left they probably wouldn't be alive still. We also just troubleshoot any questions the nurses have, check patients if they're sick. Got this bleep and it goes off and it's like a bomb, and we answer that in any like emergency situations. And then we'll go for lunch, and then hopefully all the bloods will be back after lunch. We'll check those, check there's nothing wrong. Basically just manage the patient through the day and keep them on track. I think what I found really difficult is filming in hospital because everything is obviously confidential. I can't film on the wards, but there's basically no private space in hospital, so it's really tricky to, apart from in the toilet, it's really tricky to find somewhere to film. I think he's coming back. Okay, so I've just taken myself into one of the on-call rooms, which got a bed and a sink. Ironically, I've just gone into the medical registrar's room because they are literally never in here because they're always working. So I've just had a bleep, and basically it vibrates and comes up with a number. It's basically like them sending me a message and being like, can you call me back please? But obviously I don't have to literally pick the phone up, so that's kind of the benefit of that. And also they work without signal. So I'm just going to call that back and then I'll update you on my day so far. So basically it was just a call about a discharge summary, which are the sort of notes we send patients home with to let them and the GP know what they've done in hospital. There's a lot of fatigue with doctors at the moment. We're all very sort of burnt out, and that's quite common in medics anyway, just with the work we do. And it's quite emotionally charged and it's busy and it's stressful. Burnout's just where you basically have like no energy or motivation or any like emotional energy left to give. I think I was feeling really burnt out before I went on Christmas holidays. But what we were talking about was, why is everybody feeling this way? One, because obviously we're in this lockdown which has been going on for a while. No one's really seeing the end of it, but particularly at the moment everyone's just kind of not given up. The morale is really low, and I think one of the main things is losing control of your life. I turn up to work and I don't know if I'm going to be moved to a different ward, doing a different job, different patients, different team. There's no continuity, there's no sense of responsibility or belonging to a team like there used to be. And at the moment there's pretty much no teaching. If there is any, it's all online. There's a lot of shortages. It's all just feeling a little bit disjointed, and if I had enough money to live without working right now, I think I would. I think I would take some time out of medicine. I know that's what some people have done. Just to focus on things that I enjoy, because at the moment I'm not enjoying work, I wouldn't say. And so that waxes and wanes, you know, that comes and goes. I think I'm just a bit sick of doing all the ward jobs, and it's not exactly like hugely hectic because I'm sat in here. Yeah, I'll go and get back to the jobs. Dan?
Yes.
Tell us about your day.
It's been a good day. I've achieved very little. I have done very little. But I have just done a cannula.
And me.
Exactly. So we've saved the world, just one cannula at a time.
Yeah. So I did about 3. Can you believe that?
Oh, what, on the one patient?
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
It was ridiculous. I don't understand it. Like, they were just wiggly boys. They were like, But,
I got mine in first time.
Yeah, well I would have done if I had gone for the nice big chunky one in his ACF, but what I was worried about was losing his only vein for the phlebotomist. But you know, I've got to take one. Beggars can't be choosers, so I had to go for that in the end.
Yeah, that is true actually, yeah. Whereas I just went straight for the ACF. So
you're a cheater.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you are. So it's been quite a good day. We've had how many patients each?
Well, we started off with 15 each. But
We had 15 and a half. Oh, did you order bloods for those knee patients?
No, I haven't looked at them. I'll look at them now.
Alright, so we've just got that to do, and it's getting dark outside. It's 20 to 5, and I reckon we're going to go home on time.
Absolutely.
Score. I feel like what that clip shows is just how unenthused people are at the moment. We've lost quite a lot in the medical profession. We've lost a lot of our socialisation and fun, as have many people. We've also lost sense of team. We've lost any progression within the career. We're basically just doing ward jobs, and there comes a point where that just isn't fulfilling, and that's not what you wanted to do indefinitely. So I've got myself a new little fill light for Christmas. I'm going to turn it on, and it's got a button. Turn it on hands-free. Here it is. I mean, the lighting's pretty good. I don't know if it's too bright like that. I think there's different settings. Blue. See, I think the white the white light looks better, so we'll turn it down because I feel like I'm gonna have a seizure. Perfect. Thanks for watching my day in the life of a doctor. I haven't quite finished though yet because I have to do my self-COVID testing. It takes probably a couple of minutes to do and then 30 minutes to like set. Anyone who has their own YouTube channel will understand the logistical nightmare that is filming. I've sped this up because I literally was speaking for like 5 minutes about how to do this and I realised that that probably wasn't that interesting. Basically, it looks a bit like a pregnancy test, as I'm showing you here, and you put your snot into this solution, mix it around, put it in the pregnancy test area, and then wait for the result. Okay, here comes the bad bit. Oh, maybe I could actually use the camera. It goes right at the back of your throat. That's pretty gruesome. Oh dear. You can use the camera though, it's pretty good. So you're not gagging, you're not doing it right. Oh, I've got such a good like throat show. Can people do this? I'm trying to do it. That's about as much as you see with most people. Yeah, that's why you get the tongue to press it down there. Okay. Okay, now for the nose. So I just go up like both nostrils for about 10 seconds. It always makes me sneeze. Okay. Oh. I don't know if that was 10 seconds or not. Oh, okay. It looks like a makeup tutorial. That's my snot though. Snotty. Oh. Okay. I feel like this is like what I recently said in my blog, like you can't put a doctor off their food because this isn't gross to me. Then you just pop the cap over. Oh, there you go, you can see it now. In the little sample section. A bit like, yeah, when you do a pregnancy test. So 2 drops in there. Okay, Google, set a timer for 30 minutes.
All right, 30 minutes. Starting now.
And then Google will tell me when it's done. I think what's notably been a bit shit over lockdown is the anxiety in like, when you're at work. I think I've had it quite a bit, having like tight chestedness. And I know that anxiety in the population has just risen loads. When I was on GP, it was just like through the roof, especially at the start. Nobody knew what was going to happen, I suppose. The thing is, when I get really tight chested and feel like I can't breathe, I think it's called like over breathing. You end up getting into this cycle where you feel like you can't breathe, so you breathe deeper. I'm not having a panic attack, but when you have a panic attack and you breathe out too much carbon dioxide, it makes you feel really crap. That's kind of what I'm getting, but all day. And I think it's with a mask on as well, like you feel like you can't breathe, but obviously you can. I think loads of people have had like different things. That's my one. Some people have had really bad like tummy pain or headaches, yeah, like chest pain. I think it's really difficult talking about it because I do still think that like psychosomatic problems are kind of seen as a bit weird still. And I guess that is a kind of psychosomatic symptom. But I think the difference is that I know it is, rather than convincing myself that I've got some kind of physical problem. But it's amazing what your body makes you feel like, or your mind makes you feel your body. Anyway, they're both connected. Oh, my nose is so runny after that. I think what it highlights is just that anxiety is high in the hospital still. I think it's a lack of, firstly, obviously normality. Secondly, we've lost a lot of control. We are getting like redeployed everywhere. We aren't allowed to see anybody, not our friends, family. So it kind of just feels like you're in this cycle of work and sleep, repeat. So I have lost a bit of motivation, especially to like do things, especially exercising. I'm just speaking for doctors because that's how it feels in the hospital. Negative. There we go, one line means negative. So that means I'm going to work tomorrow. So I'm basically finished for the day. I mean, it's 8 o'clock now, but I'm just gonna chill out and upload these videos, convert them to MP4, etc. And I'm just gonna do some sort of creativity. Well, I'm gonna do paint by numbers. I got it for Christmas, and I'll show you it at some point. But if you guys could like and subscribe, because it really helps my channel, and go and check out my blog, diariesofadoctor.com. I'll leave it down there and in the description down below.